Hi there guys, my name is Barry and welcome to episode 4 of One Man and His Boat. In today's episode we're actually going to be putting the components together that we had made in the last few videos to make the front door to going into the front bulkhead that we done in video 3. But before we get on with that, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to all you subscribers out there that are making this channel possible. For such a young channel, we're doing absolutely fantastically and we can't do it without you guys. So keep watching and I will have more content, especially once the new boat arrives. So without further ado, cue intro! Right guys, now we have the finished pieces of wood all varnished up. Now there's been about 8 layers of varnish put on this, and I explained in the last video what the mixes were. It started off with a 75-25, then went to 50-50, and then a couple of layers of yacht varnish over the top. So like I say, 8 layers that are on these. Now that should stand the test of time for a good year or two at least. But at the end of it, all it should need is just a little rub down once a year and then a re-varnish. Right guys, next we're going to go on to the other parts that made up the bulkhead and all the false floors and everything like that, and the door. Now I'll have a quick squiz round here. I don't know if you can see this. There we are. Apologies for the camera work. That's the door. That's had 3 layers each side and on the end grains as well. So 3 layers of good paint. Unfortunately it only got one coat, the undercoat, but the rest has been top coats. The same if you look into the bulkhead itself. That's another 3 layers that got as well. Excuse me, I'm going to try and climb inside the boat. And there we are. All nice and clean and looking lovely. So what do we use next guys to actually put these all together? Well, we've got a few items that I would like to show you. Bear with once again. Right, where are we? Let's get the camera on. Right, first of all we're going to need disposable gloves, extra large for extra large hands. And then we're going to go on to the Sikaflex 291i, and this is in white, just exactly the same colour as the bulkhead, just so everything marries in quite nicely. Then you've also got the cartridge gun to use with the cartridge. Then we're going to go on to various size screws, our hinges itself, the screws for the hinges. Now, I don't know if you can see this guys, I've actually cut the tips off the screws itself. Now I've had to do that because of the length of the screw. If it goes too far into the door it's going to stick out the back end, and then if you're putting anything in it's going to rip and tear everything. So that is why the ends of the screws are already grinded off. We need a pilot bit just in case, because everything's already pre-piloted. Normal drill, impact drill. Now that's us. Now all we have to do now is dry fit everything, make sure everything fits correctly, and then it's time for screwing and gluing. Right guys, so now what we're going to do is put the hinges into place for a dry fit. Just make sure everything is lined up. Now as I was saying before, these pieces of wood are 60mm wide and I want a 30mm overhang. So what we'll have to do is measure in from the edge the 30mm, and then that'll give us the mark where we need to actually draw the lines for these pieces of wood, so we can turn it over and get it screwed in at the back. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we dry fit. It's looked with all my extra layers of varnish that the actual item's not fitting correctly anymore. So I've actually had to cut a small section off of this piece, and the hinges are now not marrying up right to the dry fit before I painted everything. So now I'm going to have to adapt this before we can carry on. So that's a bit of a bummer, never mind, onwards and upwards. So what we're going to do now, guys, is actually just quickly take the door off, get it Sikaflexed on the opposite side, get it all stuck back down and screwed back in. So what we call that is screw it, glue it. So the next piece we're going to do is actually fit the wooden pieces inside the bulkhead. I've already got everything set up. Excuse the camera work. It's no easy doing everything by yourself. Right, here we go. Excuse the old man trying to get into a small boat. So we've got the port and starboard side beam. We have the bottom piece to go onto this piece section here, and then we have the top piece to go into this section up here. Now what we're going to do first is basically dry fit everything once again. As you can see, we have already got the screw holes already pre-drilled, and look, hey, I've done it on these pieces of wood. So these are pre-drilled as well. So it's just a matter of clamping everything to the back of the board, make sure all the screw holes fit. Once all the pieces of wood are in place, take it all back off again and then get ready for gluing and screwing. So let's get on with that then. Right guys, so this is the dry fit version. I'll give you a quick run around of what I've just done. Right, as you can see, we've now got a 30mm inside piece of wood, and like I was telling you before in previous videos, we could actually put a weatherproofing strip on the inside of this if we wish, and that should keep it basically watertight. So when we put the door on, and with this the sandwich effect, because obviously that's where that wood is going to look the same on the outside, and it's going to cover all these screw holes. That's basically going to definitely sandwich, keep the weather out. That's the best idea. Right, so now let's go and fit it properly. Hey! So guys, before we actually fit the door, we've got to supply a handle to the door itself, because if no, it's that tight, it's actually going to, you're never going to be able to get it out, especially when I put my small fasteners on for actually keeping the door shut. And what I've opted for is a ring pull. Nice and simple. Up there, screw it into place, pull it back and for it at your leisure. The only thing about a ring pull is when the boat's punching, all you hear is that every 5 seconds. Right guys, I've actually decided to go for the final fit off the door, and then we shall get the false floor in afterwards. So there we have it guys, that's the door in. It's fitted, thankfully. We're just going to get on with the false floor now. But a bit of advice, if anybody is ever building an old Orkney like this, build it first, then paint it up and varnish it, because today, the way I'm doing it, nah. It takes it 3 times as long, and it's, like I say, there's a lot of faffing about afterwards to do as well to make sure everything's perfect. So anyway, I'll give you a wee swatch of what it looks like for there. Doesn't actually look too bad when you're looking at it on the camera. Right, next, false floor, yay! Right guys, what we're going to move on with now is putting the false floor into the front cuddy. It comes in two halves, and what I've got to do is make it one hole. So what I'm intending of doing is drilling three 6mm bolts through it and make it one piece. Now I'm not going to fiberglass this in, as because it'll produce stress fractures on the outside of the hull itself, and B, you want it so you can actually take it all apart, clean the whole locker out, especially if you get any water ingress. So let's get on with that then. So before we can actually fit the false floor into the bulkhead, I've got a little bit of work to do in it first. In fact, I'll just show you. We've got these two pieces of wood here to actually fit to the base. So this piece here, this is just the inspection hatch, just in case there's any water ingress. That'll go on the reverse side, so these blocks of wood basically will stop it from falling all the way through. So let's get on with that, shall we? So what we're going to look at now, guys, is the bolts themselves and how we actually fit them. Quick run down here. Right, these are the bolts, 6mm in width, 40mm long, A4 stainless steel. We pilot them first with the 2.5mm drill bit, and then we've gone in behind that with a 6mm drill bit. That's actually the same diameter as the bolt itself. And then we have the two 10mm spanners to get the bolts nice and tight, and then that should make the floor hole. So let's go on with that then, shall we? Right guys, we change of plan. I've actually put our two holes in, as you can see there, and I've countersunk them as well, so everything will be nice and flush for the actual floor itself. And because they're stainless steel, they shouldn't take any harm as well. So we'll just get this fitted in. That's the worst thing about boat building, everything changes. Nothing ever goes according to plan the first time. So last but not least, we've got to fit these little bad boys in. These are basically like magnetic clips, and they're going on the inside of the door frame here. It's just to stop the actual door flipping out of its own accord. And I'm actually quite lucky because these ones are actually adjustable. They must have a wee ball bearing on either side and a spring in between, and that way you can tighten or slacken depending what they're needing at the time. So let's measure up and then we'll see how we get on with this. So guys, that's the end of episode 4. I bet you're saying, oh thank God. Anyway, if you really liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked the video, please subscribe and tick that notification bell, and it'll give you a wee idea of when we've got our next video out, which will hopefully not be long. So until next time guys, thank you, cheers.